All right, going to play some inside pitch advance 1978. We got Mark the Bird Fidrych against Dave Lemanchik. 78 Detroit and Toronto. And everyone remembers crazy Mark the Bird Fidrych talking to the ball. And he's going to be on the mound. Rick Bosetti leading it off for Toronto. And let's just play. We got zeros for Tiger Stadium adjustments. So we don't have to worry about any adjustments in this game. And let's go. A lot of blanks on Fidrych's card, and there's one of them. And there's just a fly to center. Ron LaFleur takes care of that one. First out. That'll bring up Al Woods. And now we got a possible error on a throw. But a fly to center, and again LaFleur takes care of it. 2 out. And that'll bring up Roy Howell. And that's an auto out. That's going to be is that another fly center? So LaFleur takes care of all three balls, 3 fly balls to center field, and he's going to lead off the bottom of the first against Dave Lemanchik. And that's an auto out. That's a ground ball to short. 1 out. Bring up Phil Mankowski. And that is going to be a strikeout. Strikeout.
Swing and a miss. He struck him
out.
out.
Grand Orange, Rusty Staub. And there's a blank. Not as many blanks, it doesn't look like on the Magic's card. And there's a fly to right. So 1, 2, 3 for both teams. We go top 2. Mark the Bird Fidrych back talking to the ball against Rico Cardi. And there's a K chance against the righty, and that is going to be a strikeout since there's no adjustment. The 7 is.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And it'll bring up Big John Mayberry. And now we got a range play 13, but that's a 16, so no range play. And there's a base hit, pass first. So the first hit of the game is for John Mayberry. He's not a threat. Nothing on the strategy. Runner on first, and 1 out for Tom Hutton. And there's a blank. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of blanks on Fidrych's card. And now in NS8, there are no runners in scoring positions, so we got to deal with the N. His N number is 10 as well as his R number. It's the same for both, but an 18 is going to be too big, so it's going to be a base hit. So that's a single. Runner holds on the 7-7, advance only to right field, and that was to center. So first and second, 1 out. Nothing on the strategy for Dave McKay. Luis Gomez on deck. Fidrych in a little trouble here. And we got an EFG at the ballpark. First time at Tiger Stadium. And it is a ground ball to first. He's a 7 error. And an 8 is no error. Just missed it. So now we're going to look at double play possibilities. But it's only a 3. And that's going to be batter only. So the runners are going to move up to second and third with 2 out for Luis Gomez. And we're going to pitch to Gomez. Nothing on the strategy, obviously. And there's a blank. So batters are going to get their chances for Toronto. And there's a fly to right. So the Bird talks to the ball the right way and gets out of it. We go bottom 2. Jason Thompson leads it off for Detroit. And that's an EFG at the ballpark. Second time at Tiger Stadium. And that's a G6. Gomez is a 5. And that's a 6. So it's exactly what happened last time. 1 over the error number. So 1 out, nobody on for Steve Kemp. And that's a range play at the ballpark. Let's see, it's going to be a double to right, but Hutton's only a 1. So small chance here to stop this double, and it's successful. Wow. Hutton, what a play. Only has 1 chance because they're the road team, and he doesn't even get the benefit of the 8, but he makes it with the 1. Wow.
What a play to get to that ball.
And there are 2 outs and nobody on. So, wow. Tim Corcoran. And an EFG at the ballpark here. And there's a G5. Howell's a 14. Higher chance here, but a 20 is no. So we're going to go top 3.
Have you picked your
Fidrych
designated?
will face Alan Ashby. bottom of the order. There is a walk. That's going to be a walk. I think that's the first
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Runner on first, nobody out, nothing on strategy. Top of the order, Bosetti. And that's a blank. So we go to Bosetti, and we get a fly to left, one out. Runner holds. Now we got hit and run, so why not? Let's put the hit and run on. Runner on first, and the hit and run is on. And another blank. And this is going to be a fly out to right. So runner gets back to first. 2 out for Roy Howell. And another blank. And a fly to center. So a lot of fly balls. We go bottom 3. Detroit will be up. Toronto has 2 hits. Detroit yet to have a hit. Toronto's left 3 guys on base, and Milt May is going to lead it off against Dave Lemanchik. And this is a lefty, so it's a walk chance against a righty. It's not going to be a walk. Too high. And we go to Milt May, and a fly to right. 1 out. Hutton gets that one as well. And that'll bring up Lou Whitaker. 6-6. This is a K chance against a righty. It will be a strikeout. Whitaker goes down.
Swing and a miss. He struck
Second
him out.
strikeout for Lemanchik. There are 2 out, nobody on for Alan Trammell. Interesting here in 78 with Whitaker and Trammell at the bottom. They'll end up at the top of the Tigers order in a few years. And this is a home run chance, right-handed. And there's no adjustment. But his base is empty is -2. And that's going to take the home run away. That takes the home run away from Trammell. 4 would have been just enough, but -2 on the bases empty takes it away. And now Trammell will bat. And there's a star 6. So Trammell loses a homer and grounds to third. So a double taken away by Hutton, and there's a home run taken away by the E number on Lemanchik. So we go top 4. Fidrych pitching to Rico Cardi. And there's an auto out. And a ground to second. 1 out for John Mayberry, who had a base hit his first time up. There's a blank. And there's a star 5, and that's a grounder. Looks like the short. 2 out. Tom Hutton up. Guy who made that play in right field. And there's an auto out. So the Birds got it going. And we're going to go bottom 4. Pretty good pitcher's duel. Ron LaFleur, top of the order, leading it off for Detroit here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's a walk chance, and it is a walk. So LaFleur is
Outside! Base on ball.
Gets the steal sign, so it looks like Lemanchik is a -1. I don't know what the catcher is, but it's down to a 15, but he steals it with a 2. And if error, record steal, then click below. It is an error? Yeah, it's an 11, and that's a 9. So, if error, record steal, stolen base, and a throwing error. So he's on third now with nobody out. Pitcher's duel will bring the infield in to try and keep the run from scoring. And there's an auto out. And it's a fly out, so now we're going to have to check on the sac fly. The sac fly roll fails on the batter's card, so we're going to roll on the chart. And he scores, advance plus trail runner. So there's a sac fly. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. The walk, the steal, the throwing error, and the sac fly, and it's 1-0. And now Lemanchik will face Rusty Staub. And nobody's on base now, so need the wild, and there's a ground short for the second out. Jason Thompson. And Jason Thompson is a lefty, so that's going to be a walk chance against right. It's going to be a walk.
Outside! Base on ball.
The strategy for Kemp. Runner on first, 2 out. And another blank, this time for on Lemanchik's card. He doesn't have as many, but there's one. And there's a ground to short. So we go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0. Fidrych facing McKay. And there is a possible error on a booted ball. And a pop to second. So 1 out. Luis Gomez. Right now, Detroit leads this without a hit, 1-0. There's an auto out. Grounded a second, 2 out. I bring up Alan Ashby. And there's a blank. And a grounder to first. So we go bottom 5 with Detroit leading it 1-0 with a 1-0-0 line. And Corcoran will lead it off. LeManchik can still face 13 guys. So he's doing well on that. And against the lefty, that's a single. Base hit, so pass first base. Nothing on the strategy. Runner on first, nobody out for Milt May. And Milt May's left-handed. That's a base hit. So first and second, nobody out here for Detroit, and it's Lou Whitaker. Nothing on the strategy. Manchik in trouble here. And question marks, left-handed batter, but 13's too big. So we get an auto out 8. That's a grounder to second. So now we're going to have to look at double play, and 16 is a double play. So runner should go to third here. Oops, sorry. Shoot, almost hit the wrong button. Where am I? Advanced to third as they get the double play. Runner on third. 2 out for Trammell. And we'll pitch to Trammell. And that is a blank because Trammell's right-handed. And that's going to be a fly to center because LeManchik's right-handed. So they get out of it. 1-0.
Be sure to visit our concession stands.
Fidrych can face 9 more. Top of the order, Bosetti. And that's an auto out. 1 out, grounded to third. Bring up Woods. And there's a K chance, but that's going to be too much. So we're going to roll on Woods. And that's a fly to center. 2 out. That'll bring up Roy Howell. And there's a K chance again, too much. So Howell will get a chance. And that's a grounder to short. So we go bottom 6 with Detroit leading it 1-0. It's now 1-2-0 line against 0-2-1. Toronto's left 3 on base. LeManchik's going to face top of the order in LaFleur. And there's a range play because it's 12 and it's a 2. So that's a G6. Gomez is a 1. Will the magic happen again? No, it's a 2 and that fails.
Let that ball get by him.
Base hit becomes an S6. And now we get a steal again. And he's safe again. On a 1, so again, but this time it's not an error on an 18, so it's just a stolen base.
Safe!
So he's on second with nobody out. And there's a K chance, and 17's too big. And there's a base hit, S4, and he scores for seconds.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be...
Rusty Staub is up. And there's an RP13, but that's a 15, so no range play. And there's a fly to center. 1 out, runner on first. Nothing on the strategy for Thompson. It's 2-0 Detroit now. And there's a walk chance, and it is a walk. So
Walks, and that wasn't close.
1 out for Steve Kemp. And this is not going to be a range play on the 18. And a fly to center, so runner does tag up, advance plus trail runner, but it's just the tag up at second. First and third, 2 out for Corcoran. Nothing on the strategy. And there is a walk. The bases are going to be loaded.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Bases loaded, 2 out. I'm going to let LeManchik face May. He's going to try and get out of this. He's pitched well up to this point. And there's no walk. The 10 is too big for the walk, so it's going to go to May. And there's a fly to center, so he gets out of it. So top 7, 2-0. Fidrych will pitch to Carty, throwing a shutout here. And that is not going to be a strikeout, so we'll go to Carty. And that is going to be a grounder to short. 1 out. Bring up John Mayberry. And that is a range play. Range play 14, and we roll to third 14. Fly to center. If LaFleur is a 4, plus they're home, but a 7 fails. The 14, he has no RP2B, so it's going to be a base hit.
He doesn't have it.
Runner on first with 1 out. And hit and run with Tom Hutton. Okay. Strategy says hit and run, so we'll put the hit and run out. And we got at the ballpark. Interesting. And we got a base hit. Single pass short. But even with the hit and run on, it's saying no, so I don't know about that. But okay, first and second, 1 out for Dave McKay. Fidrych in a little bit of trouble here. And there's an 8-2 blank. And there is a grounder to third. So now we're going to have a possible double play. And this, of course, if it's even or odd deal, it's odd. So the play is going to third using runner at second for the forced BR. And they're giving me a 1. So that is batter only. So wait a minute though. Modified roll odd. Play is going to third. Oh yeah, right. They could only get the batter. Okay. So second and third, 2 out. They could only get the batter. And there's going to be 2 outs, second and third. Gomez up. Let me just check because we don't have stats here. Gomez, let me just see what Gomez was. Gomez is a 223 hitter with no homers. So let's see what they have on the bench left-handed. Willie Upshaw hit 237. Tim Johnson hit 232. So they don't have a lot left-handed on the bench. No switch hitters. Who are their best hitters on the bench? 444. This guy only had 9 at-bats, and he's right-handed. Hate using those guys. I don't know if he was even available. Bob Baylor was pretty good, but he's right-handed. These are tough choices. Let me check. Gomez was 223 hitter and 413 at-bats. I don't have a good lefty. I could pinch hit Upshaw. He only hit 237. He's left-handed. I'm going to let Gomez hit. Oh, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to let Upshaw hit because I clicked on Upshaw. So Upshaw will pinch hit. Second and third, 2 out. Fidrych trying to get out of it. And that's a walk chance, but it misses. And there's a grounded to pitcher, so now we need a shortstop. Bob Baylor is not in the game, so he didn't play today. He had 600 at-bats, so we'll put Baylor in. We will put Baylor in. There we go. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th, and Whitaker will lead it off against Lemanchik. 2-0. And that's a base hit for Whitaker. And Lemanchik is on 0 now. Trammell is up. Let's just take a look at their bullpen. And a bunch of guys sharing saves. A little bullpen by committee going on here. What does Detroit have? They have Trammell, then LaFleur, and then a sea of lefties. So, what are we going to do? Let's put in Tom Murphy for the 2 righties. And Trammell will bat, runner on first, nobody out. And there's at the ballpark. And that is going to be a base hit. So it's first and second, nobody out from the floor. Nothing on the strategy. Detroit threatening to open this game up. And a walk. The bases are going to be loaded.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Loaded, and now we're going to go to a lefty. And I guess we're going to go to Willis. So Mike Willis is going to come in. Now Mankowski was what? Mankowski, we could go to Aurelio Rodriguez. Why not? Aurelio Rodriguez will come in. We got the bases loaded. Nobody out. I guess they got to bring the infield in because they can't give up any more runs. So something's going to break here. And that's a walk chance, but that's too much. And there's a double to right.
Line drive down the right field line. Slicing toward the corner. Airball!
It's 5-0. Rusty stop. Let's stop that. 1 second, nobody out. And okay. And a grounder to first. That'll get the runner to third with 1 out. Now we got to bring the infield in again. Jason Thompson will hit. Error on a grounder possible. It's a fly to right though. Sacrifice fly number fails, and a play at the plate. Lead runner thrown out. So they throw out the runner. Wow. So we go top 8, but it's now 5-0, and Fidrych is in control. And we got an RP 13, but it's a 14. Grounded to first. So Fidrych with a chance for a shutout here. He's top of the 8th inning. He hasn't given up a run yet. That's a strikeout of Bosetti, Woods. And no strikeout there. And a pop to third. So we go bottom 8. Willis will stay in. Face Kemp will bat. And he'll strike out.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
1 out for Corcoran. They have a 5-0 lead, so I'm going to just let these guys hit right now. And he's an auto out. Fly ball, 2 out. They'll bring up Milt May. Not taking out Milt May. He's catching a shutout here. Blank. And a G6. So top 9. Fidrych with a chance at a shutout.
Remember to get your copy of the
Howell,
souvenir
Cardi, and Mayberry,
program.
everybody's going to bat. So I'm not going to worry about pinch hitters. And there's a blank. And a fly to center. 1 out now. Fidrych goes to 0, but he's still in there. Rico Cardi. And there's an auto out. 2 out. He's 1 out away. John Mayberry standing in his way. And there's an auto out, and he does it. Mark Fidrych throws a complete game shutout.
And that's a perfect game.
Complete game shutout for Mark the Bird Fidrych, and an easy win for the Tigers. All right. Thanks for watching.